The Black Ice Chronicles Massive. This is Crazy D. One day until Election Day, 11 days until the beginning, the debut of TBIC 6. The first 10 episodes, the first episode debuts 11 days from now, entitled The Track. Congratulations to all the actors who acted in that piece. And then we have exactly 5 days before we have the first line focus reads, which happened on Saturday, November 12th. So we got to get ready for that. All the actors. I want to see how many people are able to do what they do off book. It's not mandatory, but I would like to see how many people, because they have had the script for a while. As we went through different things, winning film festivals, entering films into film festivals, getting placed, getting recognition, getting laurels, doing all that, and staying on time with what I said would happen. So, what do I want to speak on today? Well, being that the election is on everyone's mind, we'll stick with that. I watch the different newscasts, the different talking heads, the reporters, and one thing that I noticed that I perceived that they did wrong is, in the beginning with Trump, they talked about him, and they laughed and they joked. So once he won the nomination for the Republican Party for their presidential candidate, instead of the media pulling back and becoming more serious in reporting and giving the American public information that they really could use, something to expand knowledge, they wanted to continue to keep the American people dumb, deaf, and blind by doubling down on their strategy that did not work the first time, using tactics of still laughing and joking about him, bringing up different things, bringing up the women's situation. It's like, and then now they don't even talk about that in the media. Those women came out and basically were pawns in the game to try to get Trump, and it didn't succeed. So we won't know exactly until tomorrow. And we may not know, depending on how close it is, we may not know on November 8th if we know who the president's going to be. Dependent. It could be a landslide either way. But basically, people in the media were playing and doing unfair reporting, jumping on one side because they saw that they gave the man all of this. Gotta tap down here, just excuse me 1 second. There we go, that looks good. Giving the man free publicity, free airtime by covering everything that he said, and then all of a sudden they doubled down on that, still giving him free airtime, but starting to ridicule him. Just coming up with anything, choosing sides by then because they knew that they fucked it up. If Trump is elected president, it will be because the media did not take this serious. The candidate did not take this serious. During the Democratic nomination, if Hillary Clinton had really taken this serious, they would have pushed and went on ahead and not played games with Bernie Sanders. I mean, let's look at this. John Lewis, distinguished. Now, if you haven't been watching the news, this is what's been uncovered through those fucking WikiLeaks shits. John Lewis, distinguished, only one who saw President Obama on the horizon in '08 and said that he had to go with her. All of the other Congressional Black Caucus was backing Hillary. Okay? He's the only one. Distinguished guy. Got his head beat on the bridge and shit. Still, he got a comic book out about it being drawn by white folks. Whatever. And that means that they have his image and his likeness past his time, and they'll be making money off his likeness or image. It's just people controlling your history and not and no one black stepping up to make sure that his history is still told. However, why should we tell his history when he in the WikiLeaks it comes out and says that he will say that he never saw Bernie Sanders. And then the black people will think that Bernie Sanders is only for white people. This was their strategy. Then you have Donna Brazile. She's working for CNN, making good money as a commentator, as a political commentator. And during the primaries for the Democratic nomination, she comes up and says she has some questions that she can turn over to the Democrats concerning the questions that they're going to ask during Bernie Sanders. At first, CNN denied it, but the WikiLeaks said that that's the way it was, and so they fire her from CNN. Who in their right mind? Who in their right mind will give up their economic source, what makes their livelihood lively, makes them able to pay rent, pay utilities, pay the car note, be able to travel, do what you do? Who in their right mind gives up that? Which gets me back to, depending on what happens tomorrow, there won't be any more cooning. There won't be any more stepping fletches. You can't be the good Negro to the whites. Who does that? Who gives up their thing? Who gives up their good thing? I remember in the Black Ice Chronicles, the original Black Ice, one of the models says, if you get loud, or if you are walking, you'll make a group of white folks cross the street. Who's the only people who can do that? Only a black person. And that's what I say. The people who believe that white is right, who live under the white code, who that's all they ever done, they want to get a pat on the head for being the good Negro. Only those black people will give up their livelihood. And how many more have done that? If Hillary Clinton wins tomorrow, it will have been a hard fought fight, because everything lined up to say that the universe was saying that she wasn't supposed to get it. The universe put up a quality candidate who for 30 years on the Democratic side, who he calls himself a Democratic socialist. On the Democratic side, they put up the candidate that would move forward the agenda, who had a clean record, and that's what it was. The universe put that up. And treachery and lies and deceit tore that down. And then we get up and we have her up there against a person who is not qualified to be president of the United States. But the universe again is saying that she's not supposed to get it. The universe is talking. So if she gets it, it will have been a hard fought situation. And if she gets it, I believe it will have to be some treachery involved again if she gets it. You know, either way, I didn't vote for either one, so my hands are clean on that. And I didn't vote out of fear, because like I said, if it's about this alt-right bullshit, well, let's get to this shit. But for all those who bent over, took it, let the monkey be on your back, well, that same monkey is going to try to destroy you. So, hey, get ready for it. So, anyway, that's that. But here at the Black Ice Chronicles, we keep on chugging along because it's about making sure that everyone that is involved in my organization is seen, heard, recognized, and appreciated. And that's the way it is. So stay tuned. That's what I wanted to speak on today. The Black Ice Chronicles.